not be good. So. But we did have a lot of success, but we still need a lot more work and possibly a phase 3. Yep.
So for the business aspect of the project, we looked at various business models. The first one we looked at was a for-profit model, and by looking at that, we quickly determined that the figures would not work for our project. So then we examined a nonprofit model, and again, we determined that taking key aspects from both models would work best with our product. So for a hybrid model, 55% would be allocated to cost of goods sold in developing and marketing or manufacturing the product. 15% would be to selling costs such as shipping, trade shows and conferences, and then 20% would be allocated towards unknown expenditures and unforeseen expenditures. And then last but not least would be profit, and that would be 10% of our budget. The money coming from our profit would be invested back into our company, and that would be used for further research and development of newer products and improving our current products. Also, with the 55% of our budget being allocated towards manufacturing the product, we estimated all the cost of the materials, and in total, it would add up to $275.
In shipping our product, we have a great competitive advantage, and that's size. As you can see, our competitor versus us, when they ship one container, we can ship 6 of our operating tables, so that's a great advantage we have there. Furthermore, a standard shipping crate is 20 feet, and we can hold 96 of our boxes in there, so we can do quite a lot of shipment. Looking at bringing our product to market, it's a many-stage process. It first started last semester in Dean Jamison's office, and that was the idea generation, and that worked into the Da Vinci Center. From there, we're here in stage 2, and that's prototyping. And prototyping is a lot of hard work, building different models, and we're still working on finalizing all the details and tying up the business ends. From there, we're contacting an agent, and what a sourcing agent is going to do is help us find the manufacturing details, the materials. From there, our product is going to be manufactured in India. We're going to be done low cost and shipped, transported to Bangladesh. From there, we will have a distribution center where they will be stored, and then they will be transported locally to the hospitals.
Looking at the human metrics of the table, or the ergonomics, you can kind of see just by standing next to it that we took into consideration 90% of the population in the world can fit on this bed. Also, 90% of the population in the world can operate on somebody that's on this bed. We've made the adjustments so that it makes sense to have the metrics down to accommodate for 90%. One thing that we're also looking into is accommodating the patient on top of the table so that they don't develop ulcers from pressure points. A foam top or some other similar material that would be able to alleviate further complications from surgery.
And though this operation table accommodates for 90% of the population and spans 6 feet, we really needed to compact it to the smallest container possible. So this is how we arrived at the 2 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot cube here, cardboard cube. And when we first started prototyping this design, the form really lent itself to the cubic shape. The gimbal, the mechanical box assembly fit nicely within, as you saw earlier, within the folded segments. And that's really how we arrived at the cube. And using our identity system, we also integrated that into the package. We went with cardboard because it has a second life. There's a great market for cardboard in the third world, so we can easily dispose or recycle the packaging, or we can restore our box to move it for monsoon season. And with that, it incorporated our identity, which really came from the bed itself. As you can see on the screen, we used the cross sections of the support for deriving our identity system. And we really also needed to span language barriers, and so this mark really represents universal health care across countries and across language barriers, and really sets our product apart from our competitors.
There you have it. This is the phase 2 prototype, and we're really excited about the developments that we were able to achieve this semester. It was a really intense process, and we've had a lot of successes, as I said, a lot of failures as well. But we're most excited that we are starting to really see the potential to see this to completion so that we can reach that market in need, that social cause that was the driving force from the beginning of this. So with the innovative approach in the product development, all of that exciting process of building is really coming back to the fact that we are really trying to reach out to a world and a people that have that social need. We have already started working on phase 3. As you see, we've mentioned it probably 3 or 4 times in the last 15 minutes because this team is just ready to keep moving. We're kind of getting to the end of a semester, but the passion and the energy is there to really keep developing this, and there's a lot of work that still has to go into getting this product to market. We've established a relationship with the Science Museum of Virginia, which is extremely exciting, that we're going to be involved with a living exhibition this summer, and it's hopefully going to be amazing. It's going to give us the opportunity to get out there and show people the work that we're doing. It'll also provide us a location to continue this development. And people can see how real product innovation is happening today with the students at VCU. So that's very exciting. And we'd like to open up for questions, comments, feedback now to the team. And before I do that, I would like to say thank you. Particularly to our faculty advisors who, without them, we could not have made this happen. Blake Huff is from the School of the Arts, and he's an amazing prototyper. He can weld anything. And so he was key, and it really supported us through this in late nights and long weekends, as Mike had said. And of course, Peter Aiken from business school helped us really start to energize that vision for entrepreneurship, to see the potential for this as students, to have a business ourselves, to bring these ideas to market. And of course, Dr. Jameson from the engineering school, who just pushes us and pushes us and pushes us in a way that we love. And always in a way that you never would have thought that, but Ken keeps that inspiration and drive going. There was many other people involved, and so we'd like to say thank you to everyone, and especially our friends and family that came today for putting up with us and our crazy schedules and stresses. So, questions, please feel free to, Yes, sir.
You said that you can accommodate 90% of the world population.